Good day to everybody. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. Right now, I am driving through the town of Brazil, Indiana. And to be specific, I'm currently on the west side of the town, or the city, whatever you want to refer it as. Brazil, Indiana basically is a small town. Population is 8,384 people. The population density is 2,288 people. And it is 54 miles or 64 minutes outside of Indianapolis, Indiana. It is 16 miles or 22 minutes outside of Terre Haute, Indiana. And the cost of living out here is relatively low. I mean, there's houses out here that are for sale. I've seen a couple for as low as in the $20,000 range. Now, of course, for that price range in this current housing market, you're looking at houses that are going to need a little bit of work done to them for that price. I mean, once again, if you want something that's half decent, you can just move in and you don't have to do nothing at all, or you have to do little at most. I would say look in the $50,000 to $60,000 price range on the low end for housing out here. I mean, this is a relatively quiet, peaceful town. Crime's pretty low. I mean, it is a growing town. And by the way, unless you guys haven't noticed yet, I am driving through one of the trailer courts here in this city. I mean, there's quite a few trailers in this city. This is a trailer court I'm currently driving through. Anyways, this city is a growing city. It's grown at a rate of a little over 11% since 2010. So I would say with this current housing market, if you're wanting to live out here, you know, come out here, look around. If you see something that you like, as I tell you on previous videos, act swiftly and do your due diligence and all that other wonderful stuff. I mean, now Brazil, Indiana is the type of city where if you work, this is the type of city that if you work remotely or you're lucky enough to penetrate this economy out here, which is not good at all, this is a good city to live in. Nice and quiet, really low price housing. So if you don't mind driving that hour in Indianapolis for work, or you work remotely, this is a decent place to come out and buy a house and live and raise your family. Now, there's people that if they were to listen to me right now, they would probably disagree. Because Brazil, Indiana has among some of your Indiana natives, Brazil, Indiana. Oh, by the way, here's a house that's for sale right here. This brick house right here on the corner is for sale. There's a sign outside in the front. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes, if you want to live somewhere, you might have to hop in your vehicle and take a ride through the area. And sometimes when you do that, you'll see signs in the yard indicating that properties are up for sale. So sometimes you'll have to be willing to do a little bit of driving and utilize a little bit of fuel. To get what you want housing wise and neighborhood wise. But anyways, This city's got a reputation among many Indiana natives as being a meth capital city. I mean, there's other cities that people say is meth capital. Elwood, they say that. Some people say that with Alexandria, which, in my humble opinion, those are all decent cities to live in. Plenty of nice people in those areas. Very affordable housing. Now, out here in Brazil, housing, as I just got done saying, is very affordable. And I would say that people out here, for the most part, are fairly nice. So don't listen to all the rumors of this city being meth capital. I mean, I don't know whether it's meth capital. I have no idea. And my opinion is, even if it is meth capital out here, if you come out here and you live your life on the straight and narrow and you don't get involved with anything negative, you stay away from people who are negative, and you live your life the way you're supposed to, and you stay on your purpose, you'll do perfectly fine out here in Brazil. You'll do perfectly okay. Now, like I was beginning to say a little bit ago, I would say the major downside of living here in Brazil is the economy out here is not the strongest. You got Terre Haute, Indiana, which is bigger. It's got a population of 60,000 people, which the economy there is absolutely garbage. So Terre Haute is no type of service to this city, economically speaking. So if you want to live out here in Brazil and you're a 9-to-5 worker, I would say your best bet is to either A, be prepared to drive an hour into Indianapolis, B, already have a job that's lined up in the area, C, work remotely. Now, I don't know off the top of my head of any type of employment opportunities that are available here in the city of Brazil. Anyone that knows, please leave a comment below and enlighten us. We would love to receive that type of information, because I know there's people out here that are sick and tired of long commutes to work. They're sick and tired of living in major cities. And they would prefer to live out in smaller communities like this one, where for the most part it's quiet, the communities are safe, the housing prices are very affordable at the same time. I mean, me personally, I'd rather live an hour outside of my job and be in a nice, quiet, safe community than to live in one of these major cities. And be closer into work, but then I gotta worry about a lot of riffraff at the end of the day. Plus I gotta deal with a bunch of traffic. I mean, back when I first came here to Indiana, back in 2010, I lived in Indianapolis. I lived in Indianapolis for 3 years, and after the third year of living in Indianapolis, I grew sick and tired of living in the metro. So the first opportunity I got rid of my apartment in Indianapolis, and I purchased my first house here in Indiana in a much smaller community. And ever since I made that decision, I've been a lot happier because, like I told you in previous videos, I am not a big city person. I despise the city. I'm glad that cities are around because it's how most of us make our money. But at the same time, as far as living in a city, no way. I mean, smaller communities like this is right up my speed. I mean, like a community like this, I mean, you got a downtown area, which I will drive through later, either on this video or on another video. I mean, you do have a downtown, and you also have a business district. I mean, all your basic amenities, such as grocery shopping and places to take your automobile for repairs. You have all that available here in Brazil. We have all that available. I mean, unfortunately, there are a few people around here, at least on this side of town, that are not exactly the neatest people in the world, but oh well, it is what it is. I still say, all in all, this is a nice little quiet community. Here's one of their schools. I'm not sure. Well, I would guess that this is their elementary school here in Brazil. This is their elementary school. Here's an apartment complex here in Brazil. It's not that big. anyone that's interested, these are Lamplight Manor Apartments. Lamplight Manor Apartments. If you're looking to rent something and you don't want to deal with the house, there you go. That's a dead end. And I've never driven through this city before. This is my very first time driving through the city. I never had any reason to come out this way until now to shoot this video. And to be quite honest, I was kind of curious about this city. I mean, I've heard a couple of people talk about it. I mean, mainly a lot of people who spoke about this area spoke about it in a negative manner. So I just wanted to come out here and just do my own due diligence and see for myself what the noise was all about. I mean, I gotta say, so far, this is, in my opinion anyway, this is a nice looking town. Looks like here, it looks like another set of apartments here. Herald of the Coming. I think these are apartments. I'm assuming they are. Well, maybe not. Maybe there's something else. I apologize for the misinformation. But looks like you got apartments over here though. I have no idea what they're called. I don't think they even have a name. I think they're just properties that happen to be duplexes. And I can already tell right now that this tour through Brazil, Indiana is going to be a multi-video type of deal because I'm enjoying taking this video. I'm enjoying the views out here. So I'm going to most likely do a couple of videos. Well, this is going to most likely be a 3-video series. There's going to be at least a couple of videos to where I do different parts of the community. And then I'll do one video that will be about the downtown area. I mean, this town has got a lot of hills, which I like. There's a lot of open land out here. I mean, granted, you do got certain areas to where the houses are close in together, but you do got areas out here that do have quite a bit of open land. Such as right here. And then when you get up the hill, you run into some more houses. down here. Okay, people, this is the end of the first video of Brazil, Indiana. Everybody have a blessed one, and check me out on the next video. And remember, don't forget to subscribe and give me the thumbs up, do all that good shit. I'm gonna holler at you later.